Friends, what happened when a man's pet tiger ate him alive, and how a pet wolf swallowed its owner out of hunger? Plus, what happened when a woman's own hunting dogs attacked her, and how a pet monkey ruined a woman's life? Today in this video, I will tell you about the world's most unlucky people who died at the hands of their own pets. So let's start our countdown with Mr. Amazed. Friends, this man's name is Merrick, and he lived in Merrick. He was very fond of keeping tigers. He had a Bengal tiger at his house, which he loved dearly. He even made a proper room for it in the backyard, where all its belongings were kept. One day, some of Merrick's friends came to see his tiger. When he took them to the tiger's room, the tiger attacked them as soon as it saw them. Merrick tried to save his friends and attempted to catch the tiger, but it went out of control and attacked Merrick first. It injured him with its claws, then sat on top of him and started biting his neck. Merrick's condition was so severe that he couldn't survive his wounds, and before the police could arrive and rescue him, he died on the spot. Keeping such beasts as pets at home can have terrible consequences. Bobby Hodge. In 2004, there was a man named Bobby Hodge from Texas. He loved wolves so much that he kept them in his house. He had raised 4 wolves. Although wolves are very dangerous animals, Bobby believed that even wild and dangerous animals deserve love and attention. However, he didn't know that these wolves would one day turn on him. One day, when Bobby's wife returned from work, she found him lying in his room soaked in blood. His pet wolves, whom he called friends, were tearing him apart and eating him. These wolves had been hungry for a long time, and when Bobby didn't feed them, they got angry and attacked their master to satisfy their hunger. Unfortunately, they tore him to pieces and ate him, and no one saw it coming. Ruth Hush was a lady from Pennsylvania who kept 5 bulldogs in her house. These dogs were so dangerous that just looking at them would scare anyone. Despite their aggressiveness, Ruth kept 5 of them. Whenever she took them out for a walk, they would start attacking anyone who passed by. But what they did to Ruth was even more shocking. One day, a friend of Ruth went to her house to meet her. After knocking for a long time and receiving no response, she suspected something was wrong and called the police. When the police arrived and opened the door, they found Ruth's dead body lying on the floor, covered in blood. Her 5 pet dogs were tearing her apart and eating her. The scene was so horrifying that anyone would be terrified just by seeing it. What happened between Ruth and her pets that led to this tragedy remains unknown. But the story is nothing short of a nightmare. Sandra Pevers. Friends, this incident occurred in 2006. A lady named Sandra, who lived in Pennsylvania, kept wolves in her house. She loved them very much and took care of them, even making a cage for them in her courtyard. One afternoon, Sandra's neighbors heard her screaming and came out to see what was happening. They saw Sandra lying inside the cage, severely injured, with her body covered in blood. Her pet wolves were tearing her apart and eating her. She was screaming for help, but by the time the neighbors called the police, it was too late. Sandra had already died. These wolves hadn't been fed for a long time and were very hungry. When Sandra entered their cage, they attacked and ate her. This incident highlights the dangers of keeping wild animals as pets. 2 friends named Carola and Anna lived in Stanford. Anna had a pet chimpanzee named Travis. One day, Carola came to Anna's house to visit. Carola often visited Anna and was familiar with Travis, but on that day, something went wrong. As soon as Carola entered, Travis attacked her. Carola thought Travis was coming to greet her, but he attacked her instead. She screamed as Travis brutally attacked her, injuring her entire body and face with his nails. Anna immediately called the police, but the chimpanzee was so aggressive that it even attacked the police and climbed on their car. Carola survived, but her face was severely damaged, and she had to undergo plastic surgery, losing one of her hands. Such incidents remind us of the potential dangers of keeping wild animals as pets. Terry was a 70-year-old farmer living in Oregon. Many of you might know that in America, farmers often rear pigs. Apart from cows and buffaloes, Terry also kept pigs. One day, he went to his farm and didn't return the whole day. When his family noticed his absence, they went to the farm and found Terry's dead body in the pig's pen. The pigs had attacked and eaten him. The doctors revealed that Terry had suffered a heart attack and collapsed in the pig's area. The pigs, seeing him helpless, targeted him and started eating him. This terrifying scene is a stark reminder of the risks involved in raising such animals. Pam Weaver. Friends, Pam was an Australian woman who had a pet camel. She often rode her pet camel. One day, when she went to take a ride, the camel suddenly got angry and threw her to the ground. Before she could get up, the camel bit her neck and thrashed her on the ground with great force. Pam was severely injured and couldn't get up. The camel, still angry, sat on her, and she couldn't bear its weight, leading to her death. When her parents arrived at the farm, they found Pam dead, with the camel still sitting on her. This tragic incident underscores the dangers of keeping large animals as pets. So friends, that's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like and subscribe.